338. I'm here with two of my good friends, Mr. Dillard and Mr. Hill, and this is one of our special double interviews. Now, the whole point of my talk show is to show people that even with having a learning disability, I can still overcome controversy and reach my goals in life. And at the same time, I'm able to turn myself into a perfect example for people out there dealing with any types of learning disabilities and disabilities. But you should never give up, and you should prove to people you can still amount to something. And basically, it's about labels do not dictate who you are and who you're going to be, and you should prove to them you can break the labels. My new concept of the show is that I really want to start doing double interviews. So I want to start interviewing 2 people, 3 people, 4 people at a time. So when you look at my show, you would see, oh, okay, he started from interviewing one-on-one, now he's doing double interviews and triple interviews, so he's actually progressing instead of degressing. But with that being said, we left off at Mr. Dillard, you telling us that you were on House of Cards and The Wire, and let's finish up with you, and then we can go over to James. And what was it like working on House of Cards? Did you get along with Kevin Spacey? And on The Wire, are you still part of it, or were you just an extra?
Okay, let me answer both of them. Yeah, me and Kevin Spacey used to fight all the time, man. It wasn't. It's like, now I'm playing. No, Kevin Spacey was real cool. It was it was a good time on the set of House of Cards. on the set of The Wire, I played a guy named Officer Lambert. So I had a recurring role. Played a cop undercover, and it was cool. Had a good time. Yeah.
No, is it like, do you still have like a contract? Because I know certain people would say, because, let's see, House of Cards is on HBO, right?
It's on Netflix.
Alright, so that's more of a independent market, right?
Right.
Alright, so for independents, it's okay, for an example, for you guys to be on the show because you're independent. Say I would like to get people from Grimm and from Blue Bloods on the show, but they're under NBC. So what's the difference between, you're going over James now, it's like, what's the difference, actually this is for both of you, what's the difference between independent, because I know independent you can go wherever you want, it's freelancing, but under contract, can you still do the interviews, or is that kind of breaking the contract?
I think, you just have to read the contract. Depends. Every contract's unique and different, so it depends what they tell you, what you can and can't say. So. Right.
True. Like for you was asking a question about if The Wire was still on. Nah, it stopped. It stopped in like 2005. Yeah, like 2005, 2006. But yeah, I'm not on contract with them anymore. It was just whenever they called me in,
Usually the fear from the production company's point of view is information getting out before the film's released.
Right.
So I think every contract will basically say that you can't talk about or put anything on social media about the film. Because they want to control all that. So, certainly on a bigger film like with myself or Fox Searchlight, you've got to be very careful. Whereas now that's out in the public domain, it's you can sort of relax a little bit about it as long as you're sensible. I have actually spoken to the PR people because I did do interviews on Far From the Madding Crowd, and I was aware of the fact that I'd signed and said that I can't speak about it at all. But they emailed and gave me some guidelines as long as I'm not going to drop anyone in it and say anything outrageously controversial, which fortunately no one did anything that was outrageously controversial anyway. So they're quite happy with that because it was getting the film out there while it was released, and when I was doing quite a few interviews and publicity on it.
All right, but now the reason I bring it up is I have an acquaintance whose sign was NBC, and I asked her to do the show, and she said because she's part of NBC, she wasn't part of it. But even though she was a former wrestler, would it be like, could you just interview that person just as a wrestling interview? Or is it still, because you're under contract, it's still kind of relevant?
I think technically you're still under contract, but realistically, once the film's out there, provided you're sensible, I don't think it's going to cause any issues if you're then following the guidelines stipulated by the PR machine. So, yeah, you just got to be sensible.
Alright, now the next question I was going to ask both of you is, what was life growing up in the city, and what was life growing up in England, and have you ever been to the States?
I've not been to the States yet, to my shame. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, yeah, I hope to get out there soon. I've actually been invited to a premiere there this week, but it clashes with both a radio interview for the BBC and another film that I'm starting the same day. So, yeah, there's a film that I'm casting at the moment which might be filmed in LA, might be filmed in Toronto, or it might be filmed in the UK. The location's not set in stone yet, but if it is out in LA, that would probably be first time I spend time in the States. But I actually grew up not just in England, but spent 7 years up in the mountains in Wales, and that was completely different to England. I can't stress how different the Welsh and English cultures are. Really, really, it is a different country, because people think of England and forget about Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland sometimes. And although it's all part of the UK, they're all very different cultures, different languages. And that had some challenges, being an English guy. Being English isn't always the most popular thing to be in Wales. So, but I loved the sort of earlier part of that period, when the countryside and the rivers and the woods and mountains were just my playground. So that was great. So I'm still a country boy at heart. I do love the buzz of a big city, but it clamours in on me. And yeah, I have that burning desire to get to come out with an outrageous pun, far from the madding crowd, as it were. So, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds that's cool.
Can't stand in the city.
Yeah, I grew up in Philadelphia, and I've never been out of the States. So I would love to come over there and work and see how it is. But yeah, so I grew up basically in Philly, and it's a lot slower than New York City. So whenever I go up to New York City, I always can't wait to come back to Philly so I could at least find a parking spot, and can walk down the street without 1,000 people. So so it's been cool. So I enjoy Philly. I grew up here. This is where I studied acting, and I've worked a lot here. I've been blessed to have worked on a lot of the projects that came through Philly. So yeah, man. I mean, I enjoy having a good time here. And you're from Philly, right, Keith?
Yeah, I can imagine that being very different to my upbringing, definitely. And what a song, Philadelphia. It's probably the best Oscar-winning music ever.
Right.
Well, for me, being a New Yorker, I guess in a way I am a New Yorker, but I'm not really a New Yorker, because New Yorkers are more like New York City people, but I'm more like 2 hours away from the city, so it's still New York if you want to look at it at that point of view. But it's nice. It's kind of like you were saying about England. It's in the countryside. It's slowly, in my case, slowly being developed to be more of a city. It's not a small town like it used to be. Now it's starting to expand, and it's pretty much, look at it like this. You move up to where I'm living just because you want to raise a family and you have small kids. It's fine. But once your kids get older, you realize there's really nothing up here for your kids. That's why they go to the city. I'm excited to go to the city, but also, realistically, I'm scared shitless of going to the city because I'm like, okay, I see what I need to do. Take the bus, go to part of party. Once I'm in part of party, and then it's kind of like reality kind of kicks you in the face. Because then when you get to part of party, then what do you do? So it's kind of like, okay, you have the game plan, you know how to get the A to B, but how do you get the C to D? So then, it's, like you say, if you've never gone to the city before on your own, it's really overwhelming. And I know going to England overseas or going to Philadelphia, it could be the same thing. Would you guys agree, or do you think New York City's just intense?
I don't know. I mean, London's quite intense.
Yeah, New York is pretty intense.
Anyway, there's lots of people in traffic and fumes. The noise is intense.
Yeah, it's pretty intense. But I mean, in the way I enjoy the hustle and bustle of it. But it's like I don't know if I would like to be there all day long. You know what I mean? Like living there, but I don't mind visiting. I really don't mind the fact that it doesn't sleep is always something to do. So I like that.
But
until a certain time, it's shut down.
No, absolutely. Yeah, it's kind of funny you should mention that the city that never sleeps, or in your case, you said you just want to visit, you want to live there. There's people who actually go to Woodbury Commons, and I talk to them. It's like, oh, where in the city are you from? And I was like, okay, you're from Manhattan. Are you from the Bronx? Or are you from Queens? Oh, do you like it? I like it up here more. But it's funny because they're in a different mindset. Because, I guess I grew up in the countryside. So going down to the city, it's very exciting. But if you were born and raised in the city, coming up to where I am, you're in a different mind, almost a different mind trance. But you're in a different set of mind, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to make this show a little more interesting, but I do have a question for you guys before I pass the show over to both of you. And then I'll basically pass the show over to you guys. Can ask me anything you want. Can ask each other anything. Basically, hey, you're supporting a good cause, a good message, and you're also networking together too. That's the point of double interviews. And the reason for the double interviews is because I was on an interview. I can't even talk. As I said, when I don't do my interviews as late, my disability shows more, so I do apologize.
That's all right.
The whole point of my show, I want to do speaking engagements. And I try talking to two people in person. Say one day we do the interview in person. I look at you, I go here, the back of me, so my head will start to swivel. And I'm like, well, can't you guys just stand next to each other so I make it easier? So I was like, well, why not do therapy for myself? Why not do a Skype double interview? So you get used to talking to two people at the same time. I was on, I think, the Mark Maloney show, or the L.A. Cooper show, and I said, I want to start doing double interviews. I want to do triple interviews. And if Skype allows me, I want to interview 6 people at the same time. The point of it, because I want to talk to multiple people at the same time, it's one, you get more viewers. Supposedly you get more viewers. Also, second, it's different. And at the same time, it's something brand new. But it's like, oh, it's never done before. And also, so when you ever find yourself in a situation, if you're ever in a meeting, if you're ever in an audition, if you're ever find yourself backed into a corner, you say, okay, I have to talk to 2 people at the same time. Fine. I have to talk to 3 people at the same time. So now you have the experience of interviewing 2 people or 3 people at the same time. So it's more natural to you. So it's kind of like therapy for myself, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. And it also follows the format of a lot of chat shows where they're all on the sofa together. Certainly over here we do that.
No, absolutely. I remember before I pass the show over to you, I have one more question. And so I remember I had this girl on my show, and it's like, okay, well, like I said, we were supposed to do our interview at 2. And I was like, why not do it now, do a double interview? And I remember she just ripped into me and said, like, how dare you ask me to do a double interview? You're so disorganized. I'm like, first off, you didn't come to me. I came to you and said, how would you like to be a guest on my show? And if I want to do an interview, screw it. I'm going to do a double interview. You know, hey, it's good networking. You're making a new friend and friends out of it. And it's kind of like, now passing the question over to you, how do you guys feel about, I know I sprung this on you at the last minute, I do apologize. But how do you feel about double interviews? Or overall, are you just happy with the opportunity that I gave you?
No, it's cool because if I can't think of something to say, then Nakia, is it Nakia?
Nakia.
Nakia,
yes.
Yeah, you can just step in. I'll just sit and listen.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind this. I think this is a chance, another chance, like you said, to meet new people. Even meeting you, Keith. You wrote me a few times on Messenger, and to be introduced to Jamie is great.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the whole point of your business. So I guess because I'm not an actor, well, would you consider me into the business? Because I'm more like a talk show host. Would that be kind of say we're all in the same business?
In the entertainment business.
Right. This is entertainment. This is a show. This is your show. And you're doing a great cause. You're trying to show other people that it's possible.
Yeah, good for you.
It's great.
No, I appreciate it. Now this is your time after all. So who wants to go first and promote? You guys can promote anything you like, talk about anything you like, ask each other anything you like, and sometimes I do talk with my hands. Of course I have it. And a benefit to working in retail, I guess. So who wants to start and promoting their stuff and asking questions? So I'm going to throw the show over to you guys.
Well.
You got anything you're working on you want to talk about at the moment, Nakia?
I did a film with Vivica Fox called Jason's Letters that's coming out June 11th. There's a premiere here in Philly, and I just did a lottery commercial here in the city, so it should be airing hopefully over the summer. So just
always good for the bank account.
Right.
I never seem to get adverts. I get the auditions, but I haven't had one yet.
Oh, okay.
One recall, that's it. I think, drama's probably more my thing.
Yeah.
I don't know, do you find you still hate auditions? I think most actors probably do.
Yeah, sometimes it's like, especially like when you know the people. Yeah. They're like, you got to come in and audition.
Oh, yeah. That's so true. The worst audition I ever did was in my friend's kitchen because she was a theatre director, and never again. That was actually when I had shoulder length hair for the part of Jim Morrison, and it was disastrous because it was so intimate. It was really hard to just kind of lose myself and completely commit to the role.
Right.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I feel like when
more people and people you don't know for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's easier for me with people that I don't know. But sometimes when you know the people, they kind of already have you in a box.
Oh, that's so true.
because they know you. So then if you go outside of the box, they may think you're acting or you're doing like, you know, because you're always supposed to be. And, you know, so it can.
Because they can't see you as the character because they know you so well,
Right.
as you are, and they see you as acting. Whereas if they hadn't known you, they'd be completely convinced that you're the character. Yeah, I get that.
Right. Like I did this film called Cost of a Soul, and I play this kind of like hardcore dude or whatever. And so for people that didn't know me, they were like kind of afraid of me.
Yeah.
But my friends were laughing, you know. Like look at the kid.
That's great. Which kind of undermined you.
Yeah, like I was, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think every actor has their nightmare audition stories. I mean, I did one a couple of weeks ago up. I don't know if you know the Millennium Dome, the O2 in London. It's like basically the biggest tent in the world, glorified tent. Had one up near there the other week, and the other actress who was penciled in with me, she was ill and pulled out.
Oh wow!
So I had to act a fairly intimate scene with thin air. It was insane. Yeah. We're supposed to be in bed together to start off with. It's ridiculous. Yeah, my best. Did my best.
Yeah, that's all you can do.
One thing I do want to point out, I like how the sign is now international right behind you. It says "Keep calm." I can't see what the bottom says. It's
and carry on.
Carry on.
Yeah, I know.
I think it's funny that everyone now has one.
Yeah, it's just sort of come out of nowhere a few years back. Yeah, bizarre.
Well, usually I take like a commercial break now, but while you guys are here, I like to do something different. The first thing, I haven't done this in a while, so it'll be in the little description box in the bottom. This is perfect for both of you, and I'm on there, so for a perfect example, you say, "Hey Keith, we saw you're on in the I'm promoting CelebrityVM.com." And what CelebrityVM.com is, they can go to you guys or come to me. And basically, you say, like I said, a per disability, $20 or $30 depends on the actor. Say if you like House of Cards, you like Breaking Bad, you're a professional wrestling fan, you go to CelebrityVM.com, and that celebrity will repeat or answer your question. Say, "Hey, it's my birthday, can I get a shout out?" Or, "I just got a job," or, "It's my brother's birthday, can I get a recommendation?" And that's your chance to interact with that person. And I think you guys would be perfect for Celebrity VM because you're both upcoming actors, and it's a nice way to interact with your fans and earn some money on the side. What do you think about that?
Yeah, sounds good to me. If there's demand there, but who knows? Yeah.
Yeah, I would love that.
And now the second thing is, I'm working on a couple of merchandise. I'm taking like a pre-order list. But how would you guys be interested in a KeithAndrewNetWork hat, t-shirt, and dog tags?
Yeah, I would. Yeah,
T-shirt saying what?
Oh, actually, I got it. I got it over here for you. Let's see, where is it?
Intrigued now, yeah.
Alright, so I'm working on a couple of other items, but right now these are just the demos. See,
Yeah, I had
the
costume fitting yesterday, and I realised my character's it's got much better dress sense than I have.
So
cool!
This is like the official hat, and it comes in black and blue. If you don't like the red, you can get it in blue. You can get it blue and gold. But this is the main symbol. And the reason I got this hat is because it goes with the shirt. I'm still working on it. This is my first prototype. It's in cursive, that's why it's hard to read. It says KeithAndrewNetWork 13, and on the back it says "Never give up and prove people wrong," and it has my birthday 88. And
Absolutely.
pretty much why it's not all my items will have 88 on it. That's just for me. The reason I go with 13 is because in the Jewish community, and supposedly number 3 is a lucky number too. But it's kind of funny about that. But the number 13 is like, oh, in the Jewish community, 13 is a lucky number. You know, my mom was born on the 13th. My show started in 2013.
Okay.
And I'm like, you know, might as well use the number because, I don't know, it seems like a good idea. So you have two things in common. So basically, anything I get or anything I do will have 2013. I know you could change it over the years. Oh, here's the mic. Cup says 16, 17, 18. But I think you should pay respect to when you first started and just say, yes, I started in 2013. 13's a lucky number. But with that being said, would you guys be interested in a hat, shirt, or dog tag? Or
Yeah, I like the hat and shirt. the red. And
Although it does look like you bought it 4 years ago because it's got 2013 on it.
Well, I do get that too, but
Yeah.
But one thing I do point out about the shirt is it's really nice. I'm working on the material, but do you guys work out?
When I can, I'm like that. Like sometimes I'm at a peak, and at the moment I'm in a terrible trough. Yeah, I do when I can, but I've got a shoulder operation on Monday because I've got frozen shoulders, so they're gonna like break that open, and then hopefully I can get back to my old self again.
No, I hope everything goes well. Knock on wood. The
Yeah.
reason I talk about the shirt, or if you guys work out, it has that lightweight material feel to it. So it's not like the shirts you guys are wearing where it's like it has a strong texture. It's just one of these
Yeah, good one for the gym, definitely.
quick drying. I don't have the tag on it. It's basically quick drying. It's really nice, but just wanted to point it out. So does the material matter as long as it looks nice?
Yeah, no, that sounds good because I'm always after t-shirts for the gym or for I go running, jogging now and again. Yeah.
Well, we can always talk off the air about the prices.
I need to enter the London Marathon this week. We've got this week to enter for next year. Something I've wanted to do for ages. I did my first marathon 18 months ago. Barely got round. Had to walk the last 6 to 8 miles, but I got there in the end.
My school teachers, my gym teacher hated me because we used to do the mile run, and I used to walk the mile run. I was like, come on, Keith, you can do it. We'll run a little bit. So I'll be like, yeah, not gonna happen. I'm not a running type, so if someone was chasing me, I'd be pretty much shit up without a click. But I'm a good fast walker, but that's not the point on the mile run. But it's funny you should mention you having a marathon in England. Yesterday, actually this past Sunday, Woodbury Commons was supposed to have a charity run. And I know you're from Philadelphia. Would you be interested in doing a charity run? Or you ever been to Woodbury Commons?
No, I've never been to Woodbury Commons. But yeah, I wouldn't mind. Wouldn't mind doing that.
Would you go ahead.
You still living in Philadelphia, or are you in New York now as well?
Me? No, I'm in Philadelphia.
Yes, you're in Philadelphia. Okay.
I'm in Philadelphia, and Keith, you're in
New York.
You're in New York, yeah. So we won't be seeing you in the New York Marathon then, Keith.
One thing I do want to say while we're on subject of marathons, as long as security is safe, that's all that matters. What happened after the Boston Marathon? You have these people that ruin things for everyone else, so it's kind of one reason I hate airplanes now is because I don't want to sit there and constantly look over my shoulder or and you can't live in paranoid. But
No, I mean, part of how things are ruined, we sort of play into their hands by overreacting to everything, and by changing our way of life, you are kind of letting them win. And if you look statistically at how many people actually become victim of terrorism, it's absolutely minuscule compared to all the other things that happen in life, that like falling out of bed in the night and dying that way, or walking under a bus, or any myriad of things. But that seems to be the one thing where everyone overreacts, and then we change our way of life, so we let them win. So, I mean, it's like I'm going to Canada again in a couple of weeks, and security's always very tight there, and that's reassuring. And if anything's going to happen, it will be probably on the fringe of the event, as close as they can get. But you can't be scared, and otherwise they win, and you've just got to get on with your life and have fun and enjoy it.
Right.
Something which they seem quite incapable of themselves, unfortunately. They get wrapped up in these mad doctrines and think that for whatever crazy beliefs they have, it actually justifies killing people. It's insane.
Yeah, I totally agree. You have to live your life on how you can't walk around scared.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
Yeah, can't do that.
And you're worried about a terrorist attack, but while you're thinking about it, you can get hit by a car, you can get struck by lightning. A lot of people think
there's actually more chance of being hit by lightning than being a victim of a terrorist attack.
A lot of people think just because you get hit by lightning, so magically you got turned into a soup. Well, actually, while on that subject, what is the possibility of being struck by lightning, surviving, and becoming a superhero? Do you think that's even possible, or do you think someone's smoking something?
0. Sorry for being boringly logical, but yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's not.
Unless I get struck by lightning, and then in front of a producer in Canada, he notices me and then makes me a superhero in his film. That's about the only chance it might happen. Just happens to catch it on camera at the same time.
Right. See you like illuminating with the lightning bolt.
Yeah, in lights at last.
Now, the last question I was going to ask you guys, well, I had one more question for you, is because you're from England, who do you think, and I don't mean to be stereotypes, but I do ask a lot of hard-hitting questions. So this one's for you, James. From England, who do you think will be the biggest superhero that will, how Superman's for America, but who would be the biggest superhero that will come from England? And over to you, who do you think would be the biggest African-American superhero that would say they're just as good or better than Batman and Superman?
Do you mean as an actor who would be able to play a superhero? Do you mean that?
Well, that too.
Yeah, because first person who came to mind is a guy I worked with on my first feature was Sam Heughan, who is known for Outlander. He's, I believe he very nearly got the Batman role a few years back, and he's got a really strong jaw, very unique look, handsome features, and he's a lovely guy to go with it as well. So he's the one that sort of springs to mind as being very much superhero type, definitely.
As far as actors go,
and he's Scottish, not English. Just to clarify. I know you did say in England.
Oh man, that's a hard question, Keith.
Well, if you look at it like this, Halle Berry, one of the beautiful women there ever is or was, and she will always be known as Storm because she was perfect as Storm. And then he had the guy who was now the Black Panther. He fits the role. And it's pretty much you're just looking for that next person. It doesn't matter if you're white, black, or Asian. If you can act and you can get people hooked, like Will Smith. It's now Deadshot. So he went from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air to just being a kid and just goofing around to now he's a serious actor. So it's basically the part is if you can pull it off, it really doesn't matter what stereotype you are.
There's a couple of female actresses that spring to mind that at the moment haven't been in anything massive, but yeah, I can see them. I mean, the first that springs to mind is kind of a Wonder Woman type actress called Atlanta Johnson. She's done a few action movies, a cannibal movie, and these are people who are currently under the radar, but I can just see them just bursting out from nowhere. There's another local actress who's got a very interesting name. It's actually her real name. She's from Danish stock, but she's a local actress I've worked with before called Hannah Bang Benz, and I'm going to be in a zombie film with her in June.
Nice.
Worked with her on Flawless last year, which did really well. And yeah, she's really badass. She's just had her first Muay Thai fight, so very good for action. Got stunning looks as well. So as I say, these aren't people who are out there on big Hollywood movies or big BBC dramas at the moment, but I could just see them sort of suddenly bursting through. People get this momentum and the ball gets rolling, and before you know it, they're away. There's one or two like that. Another one, Katie Marie Davis, she's into a hell of a lot of action roles, and she's stepping up, and she does the show Real Share Day on Twitter, which is really popular. So she's a real action type actress as well. Be good in a kind of Lara Croft type role, I think.
Like for me, it's a couple actors in Philly. It's one guy that could play like he could play probably like a Batman or even the Hulk. His name is Lateef Lanier, and he's out of Philly. He was also in The Wire with me, and he was also in the 50 Cent movie, Get Rich or Die Trying, and in The Best Man too. So he did a lot.
My son's seen that. My son's a big rap fan. He's a big fan of 8 Mile. It's his favourite film. Carry on. Sorry.
Oh no, that's cool.
What's his name? Nakia?
His name is Lateef Lanier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, he's on IMDb and everything like that. But like I even see Idris Elba, playing. Oh,
do you know what? Idris Elba was playing. He was DJing in my hometown yesterday.
Oh, nice.
Or Sunday night. Yeah, in Bournemouth. Yeah, he was DJing here in my hometown. So that's pretty cool.
That's cool. Yeah. But I love superheroes, though. I love, like, superhero films. I don't, like I just saw, I mean, I know it sucks, but we about to be broadcast, but I saw Power Rangers the other day.
Did you like it?
I actually liked it. I did. I liked it. But I saw Logan. I saw, what was the other film?
Logan was really good, but it was depressing, though.
Yeah, I saw Logan. It was, and did you see Ghost in the Shell?
Heard of it, but I didn't see it.
Which one?
Yeah. I mean, I don't really like, I don't like action movies. It's weird, my brain kind of just switches off when all that violence and CGI happens. I just find it really boring. I like character-based, script-driven movies. Ones with beautiful natural cinematography that's picking up what's there, and I don't know, I just can't stand all the CGI special effects, and it's just the same old thing all the time. And
well, it's funny you mention that. Well, we were just mentioning Ghost in the Shell. First off, it should have been played by an Asian woman, number one. if you're gonna do something right, you should just pay respect to where it came from. And while we're talking about the whole graphics and CGI,
I did think Scarlett Johansson was brilliant, though.
no, she's great, but I just think if you gotta do it all right, pay tribute to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what about, how did you feel about Rogue One, where they used CGI on Carrie Fisher? Even though it does fit for the movie.
I know they did on Peter Cushing. I wasn't aware of Carrie Fisher at the time. I just found it really odd and disconcerting. I felt slightly uncomfortable, but in awe of the technology watching it. It was bizarre, but I felt there was something a bit wrong about it, to be honest.
I like the Carrie Fisher. Right. Go ahead.
Yeah, it didn't sit right with me. Although I was a bit blown away, that you can virtually bring someone back to life. It was quite creepy, though.
Yeah, it was interesting, to see that, to see the holograms and stuff like that. Like I'm a fan of that, just to kind of see how far technology can go, as far as like recreating different things like that. Even kind of like showing them young. It was interesting.
Now you mentioned you guys like Netflix. What about, did you see Daredevil and Luke Cage?
I didn't see Daredevil and I did see Luke Cage. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
No, it's really good. I would like to see it again.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, I need to catch up on a lot of Netflix shows. Actually, I started watching Gotham the other day because I never can catch it. I never caught it when it was on TV, so I tried to catch it on Netflix. It's a really good show. I saw a few episodes, and I wanted to check out The Flash. I wanted to check out. I did watch a few episodes of Supergirl, and that was all right. That was cool. Yeah, so I do enjoy a lot of those superhero films, but it's a lot of films.
Video message for yourself or as a gift for someone else. For personal connections, shout-outs, birthdays, proposals, weddings, and much more. Enter your details about yourself so the celebrity can record a personal video message especially for you, including details such as your name, age, birthday, hobbies, or whatever else you include. As soon as the video has been recorded, you'll get an email with your link so you can share it on social media or download and keep it. Celebrities record videos as and when they can, usually within 2 weeks. But if you want a video for a specific date and it does not look like it will arrive in time, you can cancel it and get an instant refund at the click of a button. There are hundreds of celebrities to choose from and many more joining every day. Search by category or genre. Buy a gift voucher, get updates and offers, and encourage your favorite celebrities to join so they can connect with fans in a fun and unique way. Raise money for their charities and much more. So order your video now for yourself or for someone else.
I'm so bored.
Want to see something really cool?
Yeah!
Now you'll never be bored again with Loot Crate, a totally bodacious mystery box packed with awesome toys, radical games, and other surprises. And the best part is, you can get Loot Crate delivered right to your door. So don't delay. Ask your parents and order today.
Everything okay in there? Yeah, everything great. I love Loot Crate.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't watch enough. I've just got myself an unlimited card for the cinema now, but I still haven't been for about 3 weeks. And it's always embarrassing because when I'm with directors, they're utter cinephiles generally. They watch 1 or 2 films a day. And have you seen this? Oh, we've got so-and-so in the film. yeah, you might be interested in auditioning, and I've never heard of them, and then I'll go and check them out, and they're like major stars. It's like, I really need to improve my film vocabulary, but who the hell is who? Because I'm really bad at recognising faces as well, so I'm trying to watch more stuff. But yeah, I like the box sets, Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, that kind of thing, and it's nice to binge through a series, for sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm still a bit old-fashioned. I'll go out and buy the DVDs, you know.
No, same here. And my whole family's obsessed with whole digital downloading thing. That's why I go, first off, why I don't like the digital download. First off, you have to buy memory. Okay, that's not really so bad. Think about how much you're buying in memory and how much you're buying in DVDs. So what you're paying in DVDs, you're paying in memory. That's not so bad. But what happens is, what I don't like it, is if the power goes out, if there's interference, if you don't have any internet, you can't see what you downloaded.
Mm.
So for DVD, it doesn't matter. Okay, yes, you need power, obviously, to use a DVD player, but you don't need to worry about if there's interference or if there's whatever BS going on. You pop the DVD in, there you go, you're off. I'm not into the whole downloading thing. I like actually holding the item in my hand and saying, this is what I like. Just like when you have people shopping online. Like, yeah, it's nice if you know what you want, you can shop online, but I like going to the stores and looking at the items and interacting with people.
Yeah.
You have these shut-ins that want to cut themselves off from society and just want to focus on online, but that hurts the business too. So I like going to stores.
Oh, definitely. And yeah, if anyone's listening, please pay for your entertainment, unless it's through the BBC, which you've already paid for through your licence fee if you're in the UK. And you can get stuff on iPlayer and watch it again. And there's some brilliant series on there. There's one I really like called Hinterland, which is filmed about an hour away from where I grew up in North Wales, sort of West Wales. It's a detective series. It's really bleak and miserable in terms of the characters' lives, set in this beautiful landscape as well. We do drama, great sort of British drama series. But yeah, it's great to have a DVD. I've got one that's just come out yesterday, actually, for a children's film called Who Killed Nelson Nutmeg. And that's out it's exclusive to Asda, which is owned by Walmart, so it's our equivalent of Walmart over here. And that features myself and Bonnie Wright, who plays Ginny Weasley in Harry Potter, and some really talented kids. It's very much centred around the four children on this holiday camp who think that the holiday mascot's been thrown over the cliff and killed, and so they go and investigate the murder, as it were. So yeah, it's really good fun. So I'm going to have to buy that one. Should have a free copy, really, because I'm in it, but you know, it's cool.
Hey, if you ever get a free copy of either of you guys' stuff, I would love to see it and promote it.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I mean, things I'm promoting at the moment, I've started producing recently, since last September. So I'm co-producer on a thriller called Faithless. That we've done a short film first, which is premiering. It's been accepted into the Cannes Film Festival. It's got 3 or 4 really well-known British actors in it. Myself and a couple more local Bournemouth-based actors, and that's by a sort of driven young director called Steve McCartan, who I'm good friends with. I've met him playing Streetcar Named Desire in the theatre, so he's an actor who's now turned director. So that's cool. So we're taking that to Cannes. We're going to have our premiere there, and the feature-length script version is close to coming to the end of its first draft. So watch his space on that one. But got lots of been doing lots of shorts lately. I'm all sorts of crazy roles. I was in a plane this weekend on a film directed by Patrick Ryder. He's a really talented director. Another actress friend who's become a producer, Faith Elizabeth. She's sort of made that, and it's the same film Tom Hanks used for the same plane that Tom Hanks used for Sully, and that's called In Flight, a quirky little drama. And I'm playing a cannibal later this week as well. Lots of gore and bodies in the basement and that kind of thing. So, all sorts of roles, and there's a sort of magic realist film I've got coming up in June called Jenna the Great, as well as this zombie film Still Sunrise. So yeah, lots of bits and bobs happening. But Cannes going to be interesting. The first night we're doing a big masquerade ball for Carmilla, which is a vampire story which was written before Dracula by John Sheridan Le Fanu back in 1870. And it's really ahead of its time. Has like lesbian themes and things which you would never imagine people would have got published back in sort of 1870. So it's a very sexy visual film, but it's a really intelligent script. The screenwriter actually did his dissertation at Oxford University on the novella. So, and I can't announce who the big star is just yet, but we're going to be in Cannes with the ball on the eve of the opening of Cannes, so on the 16th of May, and hopefully be some big publicity and a big announcement on that soon.
All right.
Yeah, it's good fun. So I'm playing a officer, aide de camp to the lead guy. So we go around sword fighting, vampire killing, and womanizing, and whatever else together. So that's going to be fun. Shooting out in Italy, in Venice, and Lake Garda is a little island with a castle on it. Turin and Belgium as well.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, all these bits are sort of coming together, keeping busy, and gradually, sort of step by step, they're starting to get bigger. Got another one which we're close to landing a big sort of Oscar-winning star on, which is a thriller being produced by a guy I met out in Cannes as well, that just shows how good it is for networking. So yeah, he's a Toronto-based director. So a lot of things going on in the background, and we'll see when the time's right to announce those things. I'll let you know, Keith. You'll be one of the first to know.
No, I appreciate it. Now, wrapping up, was there anything you wanted to talk about, or anything you want to promote before you wrap up?
I wanted to say I was also in the film Split.
I love that film. Yeah, you're the police officer.
Yes.
Yeah. James McAvoy. How was it working with him?
Well, he was really cool. M. Night Shyamalan was really laid back and just real approachable. But yeah, it was a good time. It was a really good time. All the actors were great. So I have that. That's on DVD now. So if everybody out there, if they can, check it out, pick it up. That's pretty much it. That's all I really have. That's coming out. I mean, the other film is they having a premiere on the 11th, which is called Jason's Letters. And that stars Vivica Fox, Quentin Aaron. Who else is in it? A couple of guys from the movie, the Kid and Play movie, Full Force. It was a fun time. So got that. I have a film coming up where I'm playing Martin Luther King.
Nice.
It's called American Zealot. So that's in pre-production now. But yeah, just
what a great role. What a great role. It's brilliant playing real people. I love it because you just cannot get enough research. It's fascinating.
Right. Yeah. Excited about it. And I have an acting school here in the city, and It's called I Can Acts, and I basically bring in acting coaches to teach what a lot of the celebrities are being taught, and it's been great. It's been really good. It's good. A lot of my students are working on different films. Two of my young students, I think they're 8 years old, and they just booked Power. So they're working with 50 Cent.
Are you running an acting school?
Yes.
Oh, cool. That's awesome. I've done. I have done some teaching with screen acting to children. That was good fun. But we have a really good acting school locally, Dorset School of Acting. I've certainly come on leaps and bounds the last couple of years since going to them. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Hey, if it's ever possible, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I'm fine. No, I was just saying I definitely want to come over there and check some stuff out.
Have you ever been to the UK?
Never.
Never? Cool. You should come.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely put that in the plans, works, to make that happen.
And if you're ever interested, maybe I can come to your acting school and I can talk to the kids about my talk show.
Yeah, definitely.
Now we're gonna wrap up. Was there anything you guys wanted to promote real fast? Are you on social media, LinkedIn, Twitter, Stage 32?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to check me out on Twitter, my handle's Jamie Lee Hill too. You're more than welcome to come and join everyone. We have a bit of fun there. Certainly speak my mind. I'm not into all the. I mean, a lot of actors are really ultra careful with PR and stuff. I just say it as it is, So.
Yeah, same here. Like I'm on I'm on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr. It's just Nakia Dillard. It's Nakia Dillard, Dillard. Real easy to find.
Cool.
And you said you were on LinkedIn as well, right?
Yes, I am on LinkedIn. There's Nakia Dillard too on there.
Now, the last question I was going to ask both of you guys how I wrap up my show, and I do have a couple questions off the air, but how I wrap up the show is when I first approached both of you to be a guest on my talk show, what was your first honest reaction? And after doing the interview, how do you feel now?
I just thought that's cool.
Yeah, I felt the same way. I mean, when you reached out to me, it was cool. It was just, I was honored that you asked me to be a part of your show, and I feel good now. Feel good. No. Yeah, I wasn't like ticked off or anything. No, I was happy. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, reaching out.
Yeah, anytime. And I'm looking forward to doing a part 2 down the road. Wrapping up our interview segment, do have a couple questions off the air. By wrapping up, it was a real honor and privilege to have you guys as a guest. And I'm looking forward to building a friendship with both of you.
Absolutely. Definitely.
Definitely.